What's up, friends? Welcome back to my channel. Or if you're new, hi, my name is Elizabeth, and this is The Joyful Sojourn, a place where we love stationery and planning, and we really like each other. So if you want to hang out with us, I hope you'll consider subscribing. This is one of several videos on my channel about my 2025 planner lineup and setup, and I will have a playlist linked down in the description box. I've got an AMW planner that I'm using for Faith. I've got a Hemlock and Oak planner that I'm using as like my catch-all. I will have an Archer and Olive kind of dailies creative journal. I've got Sterling ink, and now I have my Laurel Denise planner. Excuse me, this is the project planner, and I do have they're going to come up at different times, so I don't know what has been posted as of the filming of this. So just check out the description box and make sure that you are following that playlist so you can see all of my setups for 2025. So today we're setting up the project planner from Laurel Denise, and I'm going to be using this for work with the Joyful Sojourn. So this is going to be kind of a business work setup. So if that is something up your alley, or if just the project planner is of interest to you, then this is going to be a good video to watch. Now, before we open this guy up and talk about the setup, I wanted to share with you that I'm going to have this Moterm cover with N1 Sterling ink booklet and the compact horizontal as shadow systems. This is going to be my shadow system for my Hemlock and Oak catch-all. So this is like my on-the-go setup. So I'll have this. And then this is the N1 booklet, which is a monthly planner. It's just a monthly and some note pages. And this is where I'm going to have some information duplicated between the Laurel Denise planner and this guy. And this is in direct response to something that I talked about in my planner indecision 2025 video, where I talked about a bunch of different options and what I need and how I feel about carrying the project planner around and wanting really a strong monthly planner for my content calendar, but then also kind of wanting something that's accessible, that is right where I need it when I need it. And so I think this system will work for me. I'm hoping that it works for me. I'll have a nice big monthly, and I can kind of move things around, let it be messy if I want it to be in the project planner. And then when I've settled on my content, I can populate the monthlies with what I posted for the Joyful Sojourn, and then I've got note pages in the back for trackers and those sorts of things, pertaining to content and the Joyful Sojourn. So this is basically going to be a two-way system for my social media / work planner, the Laurel Denise, and the monthly booklet from Sterling ink. Okay, so I just wanted to cover that in case you're following the journey and you watched my indecision video and some of the criticisms I had for using this specifically for work. Now, I have been in and out of the project planner through 2024. And so I wanted to show you November. This is what it looked like. I used the monthly overview for my content calendar. And, there's whiteout, there's different colors. It wasn't super aesthetically pleasing, but I could see in one shot, everything that's going on that month, which I really appreciated. I can't show the other, well, actually, let me see. I can't show, hold on. Let me see if I can find another spread that maybe doesn't have confidential info. Let me go back. The dashboard page, I guess I could do this. I'll show this. This was another setup that I did, and it was a little bit more decorative with my planning, but then you can see here, I kind of fell off the wagon of logging everything. And then I used the 4 columns over here for week 1, 2, 3, and 4. This did not work for me. I did not like it. I also had a content to-dos tracker. Wasn't a huge fan of this either. So I'm gonna have to see if I can come up with another setup. But I did like being able to label what platform the content was for. But creating this chart every month is just it's not my jam. And I really want my to-do list when it comes to work to be in my catch-all planner so I can see my ultimate to-do list of what do I need to do for work and then what do I have going on with my family. I want to see it in one place. So the purpose of the project planner for me is going to be my bird's eye view of everything we have going on. So I'm going to do a quick flip through of this. I haven't set it up yet, but I do want to talk about my plans. And then I have some additional inserts that I want to figure out how to incorporate. And depending on how long I go, I might actually pause the camera to lay some stickers down and then come back on. So we'll just see how far we get without any editing. I prefer not to edit videos whenever possible because I think it's helpful to see someone's process and how they make decisions. So we'll see how we go. First, let me take a sip of my beverage. Okay, so the Laurel Denise Planner, if you're new, I am an affiliate for her. So Joyful 10 will save you 10%. If you like this planner, I believe it's still in stock. It is called the Project Planner. And yeah, 10% off is pretty nice. So Joyful 10 will save you 10%. And I will include my affiliate link down in the description box. So her planners are, with the exception of the Portrait Planner, which is new, they are landscape mode. So they are very, very long. But what I love about them is the twin loop and being able to fold it in on itself so you can see everything in one shot. And this has been really helpful for me when looking at my content calendar. And I was planning to actually use the Simple Monthly from Laurel Denise, and it's a soft bound kind of, I want to say pamphlet, but that's not right, but soft bound book, and it is portrait, but I just didn't like that I couldn't fold it on itself, and something about this just allows me to write effortlessly. So I do appreciate that. So here's my plan for using this for content creation for my business, social media. I'm going to decorate this because that's what I love to do. I love decorating. So I'll decorate this and make it super cute. You have information about the planner itself, how you can move into it. And this is where I'm going to, I think, do a summary of my follower, subscriber, and maybe revenue or income for the month. So I'm going to put some icons down, sticker icons, and track that all here. So for each month, I will track followers, subscribers, and income. So that's what we'll do here. And then here is the very, very clean and basic project planner, which is really great if you need that bird's eye view. So we have a nice full monthly. This is where I am going to plan out my content. And I do have the, hold on, let me grab my Laurel Denise stickies. I've got 3 different kinds actually, but here I'll just show you 2. So you can get these sticky notes from Laurel Denise, and they're really nice sticky note pads that will fit your planner. I did do some cutting of these. Oh yeah, I cut those too, I forgot. But these will fit just fine in your monthlies. And my thought was I can easily maybe do some color coding, but put in like when I tentatively want to schedule something. So maybe if I have a YouTube video idea, it's going to be this color. If I have a reel idea, it's going to be this color. If I have, like, jump over here, and there's different sizes. So this is the kind of regular size, and then this is the mini size. And both sizes come in neutral and in the colorful. So I just wanted a variety. So I got one in the mini and one in the bigger. But here we've got these different colors, and it's just a no stress way of, kind of planning out your content and just moving your stickies around to wherever it makes sense. And then once you've kind of settled on what you want to post, then you can remove it and put it down with pen. And I think what I'm going to do is, let me go back to my current. I, towards the end, had the idea of some reusable labels if I don't want to use the paper. So these are just little transparent stickies that I used my label maker and labeled them with things that are recurring every month. So if I am showing a planning thing release, and it changes every month, I can use this same guy and kind of move it around ahead of each month. So let's say there's a planning thing release on the 16th. I am looking at this at the beginning of the month, planning around that. And then once the date comes up, I would take it and I would jump over to February, find out when the release is, and do this. So this is a way to make a reusable sticker for content and for brands that I work with frequently, or who have maybe monthly releases, so that I'm not constantly making these paper ones. So I need to do it kind of officially, find some good sticky tabs. I do like these ones. I need to figure out where I made this one from. This is a cloth and paper guy, I think, but I really like this one because the top is not sticky. Oh, I think this is also cloth and paper, actually. So I am going to, maybe that's something, do I want to do that in this video? I don't think I have my label maker with me, but that's what I'm going to do, I think, for the recurring releases. And what I can do is take one of these guys, and I wish they made different styles of these so that the tabs showed up in different places. It is nice that you get 2 bookmarks with this, one with a scalloped edge, one with a straight ruler edge, but the tabs are in the same place. And so, you know, you kind of end up pulling both at the same time. So I'm going to pop this guy here because this is going to be for my current month. But since this is plastic, I can take all of my labels that I want, you know, recurring. If I don't know when something is scheduled, I could just put it on here like a dashboard and then pop it down when I'm ready. So that is my plan for how I'm going to use this side. Okay. Now the right side is a little, I'm on the fence about this. One of the things I know that I really want is a vertical view. And so I like having a vertical view for my YouTube channel because for some reason it's helpful for me to see like 1 through 30, 1 through 31, seeing it vertically and just knowing I want to fill as many of those spots as possible. So I could create a vertical view in one of these columns, although I'm not sure there's enough space because they did add down at the bottom habit trackers. I'm glad that they did that because I do like to track my habits as it pertains to content creation and, well, posted content. So I like to log when I posted a YouTube video. I like to log when I show my face in my stories. Am I engaging in my stories? Short form videos. Did I post a reel? Did I post a TikTok video? Did I post a YouTube short? Those are items that I'm going to put here, and then I'll just use a dot pen to track those things. I don't want to use this for weekly planning. Again, this is meant to be an overview. So my plan is to log what, maybe what releases and launches in one list form, have like what releases and launches are happening in the month. I have project deadlines. So maybe when those project deadlines are, maybe have that be a vertical view. My gosh, you guys, words. So that is kind of one of the other thoughts I have for all of this. Now, before we get to the back and the specialty pages and I actually start to set things up, I want to pause here and look at some of the inserts that have come out recently. Some of them, they've been around for a while. Now, I can't remember what all comes in the, I know they changed this recently. So we've got our plan ahead, yearly wins and yearly lessons. Okay, so we do have the yearly plan, but it's a little different. So in this planner now, we have a yearly overview. These boxes are much bigger because the month is spread all the way across. So we have 1 through 15 here, and then we go on to 15 through 31. These weren't in here previously, and so I had picked up these yearly plan trackers that are all 31 days in one column. But I actually prefer the size of this. So my plan for these is going to be probably my YouTube it's going to be a YouTube tracker, I think, because I love data and I love seeing a cause and effect of frequency of posting, the types of videos I'm posting, and just what you guys want to see. It's really helpful to see. So I probably would put here, did I post a video, and maybe what the YouTube revenue was for that day. And then I can see collectively across the whole year how my content has changed. I can see how ad revenue changes. So that is my plan for the yearly planner. And then again, I think they took these pages out because I had purchased project planning pages. So I do have these available, a ton of these available now. And for these ones, I'm kind of on the fence. I was thinking that I might have each project plan be 1 month. So January, February, March, April, and so on. And maybe I log the different types of videos that I'm showing. So is it a plan with me? Is it a flip through video? Is it a new release or launch video? Is it a tips and tricks video? Kind of seeing kind of the category of content that I'm posting. And I'm putting an emphasis on YouTube because YouTube is where it's monetized. And so this is where a lot of my business comes from. So I'm thinking that each project will be a month. The alternative, and I'm still working through how this would be, but I have several companies that I work with. And so maybe each project is the company, and I can put, maybe, I guess it would have to be 1 page per company because we have January, February, March, April, May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. Yeah, so I'd have to maybe do 1 company per page. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe I wouldn't do that. But so let's say, I'm doing something for Archer and Olive. It might be helpful to see when are like my projects due. When did I show Archer and Olive on YouTube? When did I show it on Instagram? I don't know. I have to figure out if I want to do that here, or I forgot about these planning pages. It's almost too many planning pages. I think I need to really think about whether or not I need them all or not. This is really meant to be for people with like different types of projects. Maybe where you're delegating tasks. So it's one project and then there's multiple steps to that project. That's very different than how I'm currently using it. So I'm going to have to think creatively here. But here is a project sheet, project name, the due date, contacts. None of this is relevant. But I do have tons of space here if I wanted to chart anything out. I am more likely to actually cut these out. So because it's on a twin loop, you can actually cut between each of the loops and pull these off as if it's on discs. I might take these ones out so that I have more room on the coil to play with these guys. So we have more project planning pages if I want them. But let me show you some of these other inserts that make things a little more interesting for me, and I need to make some decisions. So I guess this is more of an outward processing. I know this is going to be my planner, but it's figuring out how I want to make it work. So I have 3 different types of inserts. These were released, I think, in the fall, or was this winter? This might have been winter. No, fall. And so I picked these up, and these also 10% with the Joyful 10. I kind of went for it because I saw so much potential, and now I'm thinking, do I have too many? I don't know. But let's go all the way back to the beginning and take a look at this first set of inserts. So this is the Making Memories booster pack, and I kind of like the idea of just this first one. This is the My Happy page. I was thinking that this could be a fun, actually, let me take this guy out too. Actually, let's just take the whole thing out. I might take those project pages out in the back so I can make room for these. So this is a making memories insert, okay? And the idea is for memory keeping. But I was thinking that this first page, if we go back to the beginning, maybe right here, and pop this guy in, I thought this would be kind of a fun vision board for my business. So it says my happy page, and I can write in it, or I was thinking I could use stickers, I could print out images, and maybe do some goal setting on this. So I'd change the header up at the top and make it for, actually, let's get a sticky note and properly label this, because actually, let's use our Laurel Denise sticky notes. This might end up being more of a markup video, and then I do maybe a flip through of it finished at the end. We might have to do that. So let's map this out, and then I'm going to go off camera and assemble it, and then at the end of this video you'll see how it's finished. But let's get at least to the setup process. So the my happy page is going to be the joyful sojourn, like goals with pics, because I think that would look rad and it just makes me happy. So I want this to be kind of my, and you know what I could do, since I don't need this, I could actually rip this off and have this be my front page when I open it. Kind of like that idea. Now, I don't need this, but it's printed with this on the back, and I do want this. So let's go back to the pack here. And I was thinking, this has headers on it. Let me pop these guys in. Things I've loved this year. This could be used for milestones. It could be used for maybe a content list, like ideas that I have. So this is something I would change up at the top. And then I might change these headers as well. So let's grab another sticky note. And I'm going to make this the ideas and milestones here. Oops, went over the brink. Now there's a lot of these. I don't know if I need all of these. Oh, and then look, there's a tracker with a color key, but that's kind of fun too. That would be like my work in pixels. This could be a really interesting element to my work. And I am trying to be more mindful of how I'm doing since I quit my full-time job outside the home, and I'm focusing on doing the content creation, and then, you know, having more time with my family and my toddler. And I've had lots of feelings in this journey, and this could be maybe charting some different feelings. So I'm going to leave this in here because I like that idea. The last piece in this kit is like quotes, songs, artists, etc. I don't need this, so I'm going to set this aside. And okay, so we've got my goals with pictures, like a vision board. We've got ideas and milestones. And, you know, there's 2 sets of these. I wonder if I might do a little finagling, maybe do a little bit of gluing together or something like that. Or what I could do, yeah, I'd probably glue some pages together. So that is that one kit. And then the other thing I just want to make things more complicated with is the additional monthlies. Now, this makes me excited because I love a monthly view. I feel like I wish all of my planners had regular monthlies, had duplicate monthlies, because I use a monthly. I do. I like seeing everything at a glance. And I know that's so different than a lot of folks that are like, I don't know what to do with my monthly. Girl, give me your monthlies. I love a monthly. So the project planner is already mostly monthly, and then you have your big categories. But I did the most, because it's just my vibes, and purchased 2 different additional monthlies that you can get on the website. This is the monthly insert for project planners. So this is literally a duplication or a mirroring of the same exact monthly on the other side. So I could do my YouTube here, and I could do Instagram here, or I could do videos here and pictures, blogs, whatever here. I could have one for content, and then I could have one for releases and work deadlines. I don't know, but I like that the back is dot grid. So I'm going to take one of these. I'm going to take one of each out and see if I can make some decisions. And these do come in the mini size as well. So if you are someone that's using a mini planner, you could do that if you needed to. So let me just pop this in. And I will say that the inserts from Laurel Denise are great because they're reinforced with like a plastic coating. So this isn't just raw paper, and then you can see that they're cut. So you can just pop these in as if they were on discs. So you do get a lot of customization from this style of planner now. So now we can see what a monthly and a monthly is going to look like. However, I kind of, and then actually this is cool because look how much real estate you have with the dot grid, and then you've got your columns and your tracker right there. I am feeling a little more inclined to go with this guy. Now, this is meant to be for a planner that has a weekly layout because they've moved over your monthly spread, and you've got dot grid here, presuming that your weeklies are going to be stacked on top of this. So when you're looking at your Laurel Denise planner, you have your monthly, you've got your weeklies here, and then you have an additional monthly. And I'm kind of leaning towards using this one. What do they call this one? So this is the monthly insert for weekly planners, and then the other was the monthly insert for project planners. But really, they're sized exactly the same. It's just where do you want your margin to be? So let me open this guy up and pull this guy out. Again, we have the reinforced edges, dot grid on the back. And I'm going to pop this in right here. Now, what I like about this option instead, let's pull this guy out a little bit. I have room for a full vertical right here. Remember I said I like to have a vertical view of my content calendar? I could do that here. I could also, because I haven't figured out a clear like strategy for income and expenses, which I really do want to track. And when it comes to my family budget, like, I don't know, we ebb and flow a little bit, but for the Joyful Sojourn, I really want to track my expenses and my income. And so I could maybe have this be the budget related stuff, or if I put my vertical view monthly here, and then we do, I think this would be enough room for purchases and income. And maybe I would just use 2 different pen colors. I think I could make that work. So I could have this be my budget section. And then when we open this guy up, I've got room to maybe brain dump all of my content, like what videos I want to film for the month. And I don't know what I would do over here. I know I'd use the habit trackers as is, but I've just given myself so much more space. So I'm inclined to try having this one in the project planner. So I'm going to preemptively, just to get the setup process started, I am going to add these guys in. And if I decide I want to change things out, I can. My dilemma though, is how much of this do I want to set up today versus I like to decorate my planners, and I like to do that seasonally and kind of on a monthly basis. So I think I'll just stick all these guys in, and we can set up the first month and then see how things are looking. The only thing that this changes is, you know, you don't get the full view of these guys next to each other because we're adding a full-size page versus a partial page. So we'll see how I feel about that, but I think we should go for it. I'm going to add all these guys in. I'm going to stop at June just for the sake of time, and I'll add these off camera when I'm done with this video. So I'm going to set these aside for another day. And it looks like, I mean, we're starting to really fill in, but the other thing I was going to do, and I feel pretty good about this decision to make more room, I don't have an immediate need for these sheets. So I'm going to grab my scissors and I'm going to snip off. I'm not going to just rip them because if there's a time that I want to use these again or I change my mind, I can just pop them back in. So I'm going to take these out. And this is something I want to point out too. If you are in love with your 2024 planner from Laurel Denise and you don't want to change covers, people say all the time like, oh, I wish you could just buy the cover, you know, and change out your inserts. Technically you can. If you like your cover, did I get them all? I did. If you like your cover, just take all the pages out, and then they sell so many inserts now that you can get your own monthly insert. How many of these do we have? Plenty. So I'm going to take out all these. Now that they have all the inserts, you could just take out all of your 2024 pages like this, archive them or recycle them, whatever you want to do, and then pop in the insert pages. And then if you're someone that likes to decorate anyways, you can easily remove the page from your planner and decorate it just the way that you want. So that is an option if you are happy with your cover. I was tempted to do that for this project planner because I really do like I like the other cover more, I think. I miss the logo on the front. So, I don't know. I'm not going to deal with it, but it is tempting. Okay, so watch me do it. Oh, I am going to take this off because I don't need it. I don't need the stuff on the back, and I don't need a nameplate. And this is going to be very, excuse me, very decorative. And so I'm going to have this be my cover. And then this is where things get a little more complex, right? So we go from, I really don't know if I need this many, but I like this. I wonder if hear me out. I want to keep this in here because I need this on the back. So what I'm going to do is take this off, and I think I'm going to cut it. Yeah, I'm going to cut it and glue it over this. I think that's going to be my strategy. So let me grab my cutting board to try to get as straight of a cut as possible. We are moving and shaking, friends. We're doing all kinds of things today. Okay, so I'm gonna line this guy up and can I get this as close to the plastic as possible? Maybe right there. Trim that. I think I did a pretty good job. And we are pretty darn close as far as to the sides of the page. So I don't think I want to cut that anymore. But how are we feeling? I feel like that's fine. I probably could have gone a little bit, I didn't need to cut that quite as close, but that's okay. Okay, so now let's grab some glue runner or glue tape. Ugh, I'm reaching. There we go. Glue tape. Not sure I recommend this one, but we'll see how it works. So I'm just gonna run, see? I hate this guy, why do I always use it? I don't know where I got this guy. I think I got it on Amazon. I don't want removable tape. I could use my Zig permanent glue. It's a glue pen, two-way glue. I know I still have some in there. I'm going to lay down the glue. When it's blue is when it's at its stickiest. So hopefully I can get this down quickly. Of course I can see it drying. Don't dry. All right, so let's get this guy down. Like so. Don't wrinkle on me. This will be nice because whatever pens I use are not going to bleed. I kind of put it a little crooked, but I think that's okay. Now, was this a... Yeah, that looks fine. I'm going to use that little trick and actually cut this so that I can trim off the bottom because I did go a little bit over. What do you guys think so far? Am I doing too much? Am I doing the most? Am I giving you ideas? Are you overwhelmed? Are you underwhelmed? Are you just whelmed? All right, get this guy all cut. And let's peel it off. Ooh, that feels nice and sturdy now. I'm gonna grab my bigger scissors and just trim off the bottom. I don't want that overhang there. Not too bad, but it's enough to annoy me. And I don't see any overhang on the top. So that's gonna work just fine. Now, I'm setting all this up, especially these new pages, with the knowledge that there is a good chance that I'm gonna fall off the wagon with it. But we're setting it up in good faith that this is something that I can keep up with, presuming I check in with this daily. I don't know if that's going to happen. But I just like this tracking view. I think it's cool. And I can always use a place to log ideas. Although, now that I'm looking at this, I think I can take this page out because we have so many extra pages in the notes section for content ideas. Look, we've got a graph grid, my favorite. We've got these additional tracking pages and we have dot grid. So technically I don't actually need the lists up at the front, but I could, it could be fun for milestones. I don't know. I don't want to do ideas there. I've just decided, but I want this page. So we're going to leave it. And I think I'll have to just recategorize these here. to something else since I'm not going to have the full year. Okay, so ideas. Let me grab my sticky notes again. And this is going to be, I think this could be feelings related. Could be feelings related, could be stress, honestly, stress calculator. Because if I can chart a full year, I can see where my busy season is. I already know that between September and December is bananas. So I'm expecting to see red hot color. But I'm curious if there's other months or other weeks that become cyclical that are busy. And that's, knowing that is going to be helpful when I'm planning out the life with my family and when to anticipate when work is just going to be busier. I think I want to go ahead and set up these pages, and I'm going to do this off camera. And with the magic of editing, you can see how I've set things up. Now, I started filming yesterday and my throat started feeling sore and I started to feel sick and had a terrible night, but I still kind of kept setting this up, and we are the next day. This is set up, but you can tell that I'm really struggling. So I have some tea here, and I think I've just been talking too much, which is par for the course, but nobody wants to get sick during the holiday season. So I'm really, really upset about that. But if you hear a difference in my voice between a minute ago and now, that is why. So it's the next day, and I've set up several pages that I'm going to walk you through right now. So I used Tyrian Design. It's a shop on Etsy for these icons. So we have a YouTube icon, an Instagram icon, and it's the pastel watermelon colorway. And then I used not Sweet Freckle Design, now it's Soft Paper Studio. These stickers are meant for Hobonichi weeks, but I thought they were a really nice size to put down here for my revenue or income for the month totals. And then I added a little dollar bill sign that is from Planner Kate. So I did that for my year at a glance. And then over here, I used stickers from the alphabet stickers from Everyday Explorers to put down some headers in this margin. So events, so these are events pertaining to planner conferences, stationery fests, stuff like that. So I can have at a glance kind of the dates coming up in 2025, and then meetup, stuff like that. And then milestone, I ran out of room here. You can see I had to trim the E down, no room for the S, but these are for milestones. And I just want to log on what date something like significant happened. And for me, seeing growth on my platforms means I'm doing a good job and I'm putting out videos that people want to see. And so I'm going to put some milestones here for different follower and subscriber counts. So that is what we did, but I did more. So let me go back to the front. I did do some measuring of these different blocks because I am confirmed going to put in images, maybe some washi, like any kind of tapestry like or pattern texture washi that really just kind of speaks to me. I'm going to do like washi here, maybe washi here, and then these bigger ones will be kind of like a vision board. So I did some measurements of that last night. On this page, I just added some color coding, and I'm going to try to stick to I'm going to try to keep everything all together with this planner. So I have this planner pouch. This is the large planner pouch from Laurel Denise. And I found that this insert that's in the creativity case for Archer and Olive, the Archer and Olive creativity case that has snaps that comes out, I took it out and it fits both the mini Madre pouch and the large. And so I thought, why don't I just so I don't have to be confused, oh, what color did I use for this? What green is this? I have a million highlighters. What green? Well, I'm just going to remember the pen colors that I use in this planner are going to be the Laurel Denise pens. And that just keeps it really simple. So I don't have to figure things out later. So, and this is double-sided, by the way. I wish that this had like a pocket or something so I could put in additional tools that are bigger sized, but I still have to figure out my different categories, and I really don't know how I'm going to keep up with this or if I'm going to keep up with this, but I want to try because I've felt really tired, you know, in this December period with work, and I wanted to find a better balance in my life, which is why I quit my full-time job outside the home. So I really want to track how I'm feeling. I put down some general categories. I've got some open ones that I need to figure out what I want them to be, but I've stressed, overwhelmed, productive, satisfied, content. I took a day off, sick, unplugged. And day off meaning I didn't work. Unplugged means I actually stayed off social media. And there is a correlation there, but to me they are very different things. So I am going to use my Laurel Denise pens for this section. And then just while I'm showing you this, because this is what I took into the house last night, I do have one of these pencil cases, and this is where I have my miscellaneous tools that I like to keep with me. So a pair of scissors, a ruler, correction tape, pen, pencil. And so I'm going to keep this guy in here. And then the larger of the sticky note pads, I'm going to keep in here as well. It's a bit of a snug fit, but I gotta say there's something really rad about being able to have everything together, including the planner. And I know that can be hard to find with the dimensions of this. Okay, so let's keep going with what I set up. I don't remember, so we're gonna have to check. So we have our year at a glance set up, and then I did set up the first month of January as a trial run to see how this is going to work for me. So I just put down some decor. These stickers are from, let me see if I can grab it. Excuse me. Maybe I should take a sip of my tea. The winter, I think it's the Winter Floral sticker book from Casthetic Plans. Is that it? No, although that's a good sticker book. I need to use that one soon. No, it was, I think it was Winter Wonder. So the Winter Wonder sticker book from Casthetic Plans has this black and gold collection. And so I used the stickers from this collection in my January spread. So I'm keeping it really, really simple here. And then over here is the special insert that's got the additional monthly. And I put down my YouTube video from a vertical perspective using the Oops-A-Daisy washi. Such a handy way to get vertical spreads. I wish that they were better aligned with the dot grid, but they're not. So I just used a highlighter. This is the Tombow highlighter in N89. It's my favorite gray highlighter for adding some structure to my spreads, to create lines where there aren't any. So I added some lines there. My plan is to just write down what videos were posted on YouTube on which day, and then I might put my daily revenue here because I do like to see a cause and effect between the types of videos I'm posting and views / ad revenue. So have that there. And then over on this extra calendar, I just dated it. I used the stickers. I wanted to be consistent for January, so used the Everyday Explorers sticker set as well over here for income and expenses. And I'm, you know, I don't buy a ton every day, and I don't get paid every day. So I think this will be enough room, but we'll just have to see how it goes. I have the additional inserts of the full monthly if I want to use it that way. Popping back over here, I did take the time to take some page flags and label them with different things that tend to be reoccurring on my to-do list. So these are brands that I either rep for, or I'm an ambassador for, or that I'm contracted with and I have projects for. And there's a few more that I need to make, but I wanted to show you this is being used, this bookmark is being used kind of like a dashboard to hold these transparent flags that have been labeled with my label maker. My favorite label maker is this guy. Whoops, is this guy. And the 0.47 inch, so just shy of a ½ inch tape, black on clear, fits perfectly on the page flags from Cloth and Paper. I'm Not sure how long these are going to last, like as the stickum loses its stickumness. So I might need to change these out. And if I find that I'm doing it too regularly, then I might switch over to trimming down Avery tabs that are meant to be reusable and repositionable, and do the same thing, label them, and then just keep them here as I find out dates. So for example, my month marker, I know every month I'm going to put a marker on my Instagram page that it's a new month. So I would put that there. And what I love about this is the cloth and paper page flags are a perfect width, in my opinion, for the monthly page of the project planner. So with the cloth and paper page flag being a perfect fit, plus the 0.47 label being a perfect fit onto the cloth and paper page flags, I really like this, and I just hope that it lasts. So, you know, as I see dates popping up, I can kind of put them down, like when I anticipate some sub box being received, or project due for Archer and Olive. Like, I can kind of pop these around, and then when things happen, I can lift them back up, but I can see it at a bird's eye view. I can already tell that the adhesive on these flags are not great. So this might be something that I change out or modify in the new year. And I have to give credit to my girl. I swear we would be best friends in real life, Stephanie from Squared Plans. She has done something like this in the past. I'm pretty sure that's where I got this idea from. I think she did this like a year ago or something. Like, she showed all these page flags that she had labeled, and I was like, that's a great idea. And I kind of put it in my back of my head for a rainy day and recalled it for this purpose. So I like this so that I don't have to rewrite things over and over again, or as dates change, I can move things around. So just an idea there for you. Let's pop over here. Now, I didn't do much setup, but I'm going to have this page just be my brain dump, like content list. All of the videos that I hope to film and have up on my channel in the new month, or in the current month. And I think this has plenty of room too for future video ideas. So maybe I'll create another category down here for future ideas, like what I think is a cool concept for a video. Excuse me, let me grab some more tea. I think with this video, I'm going to have to be done filming for a while so I can get my voice back. And then with the 4 columns, I just labeled projects and launches. I do have projects that are independent and have nothing to do with product launches. So have those separate. They didn't fit into the columns. I don't really care. This first month is just to play and see how I need to use this space. And then down at the bottom, keeping it clean and simple with my daily habits, YouTube video, Instagram post or carousel, a reel, a TikTok video, and a YouTube short. And I'll just use a pen to mark the days that I did those things. So that's all that I did in the front. And then I did add the rest of these additional monthlies through to the end of the year. So let's go to the notes section, because I did do a couple of things. So again, for consistency, I use these stickers again for YouTube. My plan here is to have this is replicated info, but I kind of like the idea of having it all in one shot. This will probably be, it'll have a key marking when I had a YouTube video and what the revenue was for the day. And because this is all in one shot, I really like that I can see it all at a glance. So I did create a space for that, right? I did that over in my monthly here, kind of doing my dailies. So what I'll probably end up doing is maybe at the end of the year or every few months, migrate this information back here. I don't presume that every day I'm going to pop back here and put that in. I think this is going to be a collective view at the end of the year. And then these pages. So I know yesterday when I filmed the first part of this video, I was kind of going through different ideas, and I don't know what I'm going to land on, but I thought that the best starting place was to look at each project section as a month, because I have enough for there to be one per month. So what I did for January, we'll just test it out, see how it works, is I put down the different companies that I'm an affiliate for. There are a few more, mostly in the small shop stickers category. But I want to mark the frequency in which I'm organically showing those brands on my platforms. This might be something that is not of interest to you, and that's fine. But I'm showing this just so that you can see one of the ways to use these project plan sheets is for having the project be monthly, and then you're tracking several things here. So it's an expanded, basically, habit tracker. Even though we have those pages at the front or within each month, I'm using those for actual activities pertaining to content. And this is really brand work. So I'm interested to see, you know, how frequently am I showing Archer and Olive? How frequently am I showing Cocoa Daisy? And so on. And then notes, don't know what I'll do with those. The stickers I used here, I decided to just have a little bit of fun with it. So I changed the font periodically. These stickers are from the new Months sticker book from the Happy Planner. I was really happy that they came out with a date type sticker book. So this is the month sticker book, and it has the one thing I don't like about it that doesn't make sense to me. So it's got some deco stuff, which is fun, kind of seasonal deco. And I thought these could be nice. These deco pieces could be nice to add a little flourishes on these back pages without kind of going over the top. But so every month has a full page of months of the 1 month. And then the next page has 4 different styles of dates. And I think that is so great. And the colors correspond with each other. So you've got 2 pages per month. What I don't like, and I don't understand, I don't know why they did this. Some are clear and some are paper. And I just wish they were all clear or all paper, because January is clear, clear and clear. And then February is paper. And I thought, okay, they're going to go clear paper, clear paper. But then we go February, which is paper, to March, which is paper, which made for some, these are little things that I'm nitpicking, I know. But I look at so many products that it's like, I notice things. So it's just, you know, clear paper. I guess it's fine if it's paper. That's paper too. So, you know, we've got 3 months of paper, and then we jump back over and we're on to clear. So that's just a little thing I noticed, but I'm really proud of them for coming up with a monthly date sticker book, because y'all know I'm a big decorative dater, and I think it's really rad that they did different fonts as well. So shout out to Happy Planner for the month sticker book. I am a fan. So that's what I did in the back, and try to translate that to how that could be helpful for you. If there's, you know, something specific that you're wanting to track each month, maybe you have all of your monthly habits in the back, and you use the collated habit tracker at the beginning for something else. I don't know. So that is, my friends, the setup of my Laurel Denise Project Planner, which I'll be using for work. And I think I'll probably have little bits and pieces of the rest of the setup over on Instagram on a reel. I do want to get this all set up. So I'll either do this on a reel, or I'll just do it in my own time and share flat lay images or carousel over on Instagram. So if you want to see how these pages end up getting all colored in and beautified, then make sure you are following me over on Instagram. All right, friends, if you have any questions about the project planner, if you want to pick up the project planner or any of these inserts, or even, you know, this pouch or the sticky notes or the elastic pouch, all this stuff, you can get 10% off with the code JOYFUL10, which helps support my channel. So thank you for shopping with my affiliate link and with that discount code. Until next time, God bless you. God bless you and keep you. Do something creative today. And if you're someone that prays, please pray for my health. I'm trying really hard to put out a lot of good content in December, and I just can't keep up with the pace. And I think my body is telling me to slow down. So your prayers would be much appreciated, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.